Welcome, lords and ladies, kings and queens, my noble court, to the Cosmic Archive, a living legendarium of a million worlds. I am Lord Master Leonis, your humble scribe and archivist, and curator of this fine establishment. Today, I'm going to be reacting to another Louisverse video. We've seen the controlled cacophony of Breathe, and we've seen the haunting melody of Numb, and now we are going to see probably the happiest song in her repertoire right now. I did see this one once when it first came out, but I haven't seen it, and I don't remember a lot of details of it since. So I remember Skybrows has like a very white suit. So I'm keeping with the theme of there's sort of a rarity of people who wear brighter or lighter colors in the Red Veil. So we're gonna read the descriptor here. He says, "Hi everyone, I made this tribute for our dear Skybrows and all of you, the amazing community. We thank him for showing kindness, inspiring connection, and helping bring people together in a world where many of us are fighting our own battles. Skybrows has created a space where positivity and real human support can thrive, and that ripple effect has lifted so many of us, including me. I'm a startup channel, uploaded my first video on February 1st without a clue. It is a gift to find all of you. It is a beauty to see how kindness ripples. I hope in some way Louisverse will be a world we can create beauty from pain, and somehow the stories or the songs will reach each and every one of you. Thank you for all of your love and support and for inspiring me. I love to read each of your messages and comments, so please keep them coming. I feel this a lot. When I uploaded my Crybrows video, I did so more from a very sterile point of view, I suppose. I was like, allow me to test my hypothesis. Does this function? Does this work? And I wasn't really expecting to find a bunch of people who were just like, yo, you're one of us now, and just open their arms wide and accept me into this community. I still kind of feel, I wonder if this is imposter syndrome. The thought of like, I don't know if I deserve to be here or be part of this. Like, I just kind of a little guy in my little corner of the internet, and this is all very, very new to me. I definitely feel like I've been pulled into this, and I'm kind of just this small voice in the community who occasionally pops up and goes, "Hey guys, I'm here." um, she says, "I wrote the lyrics myself with this community and Skybrows at the center of every line, because your stories, your strength, and your support deserve to be acknowledged. Skybrows really is out here just like grabbing people and lifting them up for real." Also, this is the first video I made with cameos from VTubers that were included in Crybrows. In the Crybrows video. I also included the VTubers who made a react on my videos that were not in those videos. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Hearing the lyrics below, this is for all of Skybrows, all of you, and of course for Louis. Senpai Skye, thank you so much to everyone rooting for Louisverse. I appreciate you all. So this is going to be the list of cameos. We'll see them as we watch. And she's posted the lyrics here, so if anybody wants to go look through that, I'll definitely be putting the closed captioning on again and trying to experience the lyrics as they happen. Um, I know I've been much more enraptured by the visuals. I do know that this is probably the most light-hearted song she's done so far. She just posted a new video the other day called, I believe, Rui of the North. I'll be doing a react to that in the nearish future. And then we'll be more or less caught up to where Louisverse is now. I'm also looking to do some reacts to some of the other amazing AI creators. Um, and of course, we can react to some more Skybrow stuff as well. All right, so let's take a look at this, and we'll go from there. We'll watch this through once, and then we'll watch it through with heavier commentary. So let's see. Okay, what's this? A single spark in the dark can rewrite a fate, and tonight we rise together as warriors under one sky.
Greetings, citizens of Red Vale. A meme boss has been detected.
I'm fucking sorry, what? I forgot about that! Oh, it says Skye Bros on this. I'm sorry, I said I was gonna let it play. What is a meme boss? I'm sorry, Lady Zasabi. I'm sorry. Alright. So, you could tell right away we're in a much lighter-hearted world than, or well, a much lighter-hearted video than the previous ones. Alright, I'm gonna let this go now.
The Skye Bros, operating under Commander Skybrows, are being deployed. This is a reminder. No dramatic entrances. No quote-tweet duels. Do not attempt to out-meme the entity. Do not cause trouble until the situation is assessed.
Yeah, so he's got the white super suit.
I have been fighting to keep my mind afloat. I had a dream and watched it sink below. But I'm
oh, Dragon's End playing.
Again. I know I was forged for this. They don't get out, checking my heartbeat, lifting my chin, standing my ground one more time. No spotlight shining my way, just fine.
Damn.
I know I was forged for this. Turn lost into flame, born from different places, but under the same sky. One sky, one sky.
Is that the meme boss?
We come from different stories, but share the same pain, because we are the warriors under the same sky. One sky, one sky. The same sky.
Oh, is that like a superpower you just did? All the cameos. Does that say Goon Police?
No one fights alone tonight. We fight different battles. Let's win the same war. When the world is calling you, hold the line and let's break through. Let's stand with glory. Let's write a better story under the same sky. One sky, the same sky. We are
These cameos are so good. Damn, that's a very different feel from all the other ones. It's such a different feel from all the other ones. Holy, that's there's a lot more hope in that one. A lot more hope in that one. This sounds more like a rallying cry. This has a lot of funny in it. The cameos are brilliant. They're very well done. Man, this one feels very different. It feels very different. I think this is, like I said earlier, I think this is probably the happiest song I've seen come out of this universe. I'm not sure how I'm gonna describe this one yet. It's not really a cacophony. It's more like a, well, she literally calls it an anthem. It's like a battle cry, like a rallying cry. Man, knowing the story that led to Louisverse and hearing some of the lyrics in this when I was first watching through this right now, well, I first watched it a long time ago, but watching through it right now, like seeing some of the lyrics on screen, hearing it, it feels like, in a way, the previous songs sort of led to this one. I think this is probably the most bare-faced let me show you my heart I think I've seen. Like, all the songs clearly come from a place, but they say multiple times, we are the ones that turn loss into flame. And I just have a feeling that that's like right out of Lady Wasabi's heart, the way she felt about it. Finding this community, finding out she didn't have to walk alone and deal with the loss by herself anymore, that there were other people suffering similar and different losses in their own lives, and that they were all able to kind of come together and build something beautiful. So we're gonna watch through this again, and I'm gonna be more commentary heavy now. But yeah, as always, Lady Wasabi makes me feel things when I watch her work.
Greetings, citizens of Red Vale.
So I'm curious, is this Amelia? Because it looks a lot like Amelia. I know that around the time she put this out, it was shortly after Crybrows, I think. So Crybrows and A Million Amelias were kind of the big numbers on Skybrow's channel. So I'm curious if that's what this is.
A meme boss has been detected.
I'm sorry, that was so hard not to laugh at. A meme boss. I'm not sure what that is. It looked like it was a giant skull. I do like this, though. The Skye Bros.
The Skye Bros, operating under Commander Skybrows, are being deployed. This is a reminder. No dramatic entrances.
So I actually feel kind of dumb because I noticed this guy in Numb and I was like, oh, we've seen him before. I don't think he made an appearance in Breathe. I think this guy, I was remembering this moment because in my head I'm remembering like him looking weird and like looking around and everything. I think I was remembering this moment from when I watched this video like a long time ago. So actually I think Numb is where this guy first made his appearance.
No quote tweet duels. Do not attempt to out-meme the entity.
No quote tweet duels. Do not attempt to out-meme the entity. I love like the crossover of like internet language with like sort of SCP backrooms type language of like you know, the entity is this thing and it does that. And if you SCP actually unironically refers to memes and mimetic effects because they do affect you. Like a meme is something that actually spreads throughout people's consciousness. And so SCP actually does make unironic mention of memes in a similar capacity to this. So I wonder if there's a little bit of inspiration from that.
Do not cause trouble until the situation is assessed.
I love the future guns that Lady Wasabi makes here. They all look so cool. This is like, let me think, this is like a combination of almost like the Mjolnir armor from Halo and like the N7 armor from Mass Effect, kind of. Like the later iterations of it. I'm super happy to see this because I remember making mention, I think, in the Numb video, the Numb React, that I love the concept of having a whole military force that was just these winged soldiers. Because like they wouldn't, I thought about it later, it wouldn't just be paratroopers. Like they wouldn't operate like paratroopers because you could drop them like paratroopers, but then because they have wings, they get to decide where they go and they don't have to land. So they can stay like an aerial unit that maintains aerial superiority in a limited area. And so I love that concept. And it looks like Lady Wasabi went straight for it.
I have been fighting to keep my...
Hold on a sec. What is he doing here? He's cocking something. Is he just moving something up and getting it ready to work? Interesting. A lot of these future guns have fancy like things on them that we don't have necessarily on modern guns. Or there'll be like a futuristic imagination of something that that we do have.
I have been fighting to keep my mind afloat. I had a dream.
There's a lot of Skye Bros, bro.
Watched it sink low.
Oh, this too. I love this. The idea that your Air Force is not just like fighter jets, but you also have dragons. You like these are like big, powerful animals that can do crazy stuff too. Is this like these dragons have T-Rex arms? Kind of looks like it.
But I'm drawing my battle lines, going to war again. I know I was forged for this.
See, this guy's like a specific winged person. Like maybe he's a general or he's like a bounty hunter or something. Because he's going to war again. I know I was forged for this. Man, that's interesting. The lyrics are very different. This is all the lyrics are giving me the feeling of like what the visuals are largely giving, which is sort of like we're not in battle yet. We're kind of like everyone's forming up and getting ready and hyping each other up to get ready to go to combat. This dragon... I get some Godzilla vibes from this dragon. It looks very, very cool. I like the imagery of the elf girl. Is it an elf girl? I should double check that. I don't know. The girl just sort of like working with the dragon. I think we saw this girl in Breathe and maybe in Numb, but definitely in Breathe. I like this idea of a group of people that just works with their dragons. I wonder if dragons are sentient in this universe or if they're animals. That's an interesting thought. Now this, I'm trying to figure out if this is that island that had a portion of the city on it. But this looks too big. This is like covering a huge chunk of the city. So is this like another ship in the same... It might be the same one. Or it might be another ship in the same make as the ship we saw in Breathe blast off into space. Seeing a lot of helicopters in this one. I don't think we've seen a helicopter like this one yet. That's a new design right there. That one looks very different. That looks like it's inspired a little bit by the Dune. Like it's got like these things sticking out, like the dragonfly flyer things from Dune. Um, I kind of get some vibe of that off of this.
I believe we can write a better story. I know we can be warriors.
So she says here, I believe we can write a better story. I don't think I've heard a line that sounds like it came straight from Lady Wasabi talking to the audience as much as that one. I believe we can write a better story. I know we can be warriors. And I think like this is such a tone shift from Numb, because as I said in the Numb video, Breathe felt like a person who was so overwhelmed by the world around them that they didn't know where to go. They didn't know where to look. They didn't know what to attack first, what to deal with first. Numb felt like someone who had compressed a lot of that down, figured out maybe 2 or 3 things they could work on at the moment, and they're just going to have to let the other stuff wait, even if they don't like it, because they can only handle so much right now. And in that process, they've sort of deadened their emotional attachment to a lot of the things around them in order to facilitate the ability to do that. And this has such another feeling where they've reconnected with people around them or connected with new people around them. And now they're going from like, I have to shoulder this burden alone. I have to deal with this. I have to we've got this. We can do better. We can create a better world. And so like it's amazing watching this transformation happen, not just in the tone of the song, but clearly this is like the path that Lady Wasabi as the artist has like gone through, and you can see that and you can feel that in her music, and like identify with the individual things. Like right now I can identify a lot with Breathe, because I feel like I'm doing these reacts to keep content on my channel, but I'm trying to do narrative playthroughs, and I'm trying to do lore videos, and I think at some point I'm going to have to just decide what I'm going to do right now and let everything else sort of drop. I do feel like I'm trying to do too much at once. Um but I also really identify with this because after posting my own Skybrows React, the first one, I found a community that was just like I said this before, I feel like I was just sort of like hanging out in my own little corner of existence. And like, I don't know, the party bus, a train, something just came chugging along out of nowhere, and someone just opened a door, grabbed me, and said, "You're with us now." And now I'm just here. And sometimes I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be here, but uh, I feel like I haven't really done much in return for my benefactors at this point. But here we are. So this just watching all of this happen through the videos. That, by the way, this is one of the reasons I keep reacting to Louisverse, and I haven't gone and reacted to a lot of other stuff. Is I'm so enthralled by this the story, and then the outside the fourth wall story that's visible from it as well. It's so beautiful to watch. So I really feel this too.
We are the fighters who turn loss into flame.
I love also how he says, "Where are the fighters who turn loss into flame?" and immediately goes to this character. This is the character I said earlier gave me like Dark Phoenix and Zariel vibes. Um, but I feel this too, because we're seeing this video. I feel like there really is a sense that I do think it's interesting that this says lost instead of loss, but I'll tell you in a minute why. I can see how Skybrow's reaching out and saying, we need to support this person who is like us. Like, let's bring her into the fold. Let's help her. Um, how that would light a flame in someone who didn't think they had anything left to burn and make energy out of, who thought that they were just, done, numb, as she said in her last song. And just to find that actually there is still something left in there to ignite. You just didn't know how to ignite it. And someone came along and said, I know how to do that, and showed her. And that's such a deeply human interaction, such a deeply human connection. And I want to point that out because a lot of people talk about AI generated videos and stuff like this is all just it's AI slop, it's AI slop. But just because you used a different tool doesn't mean you lost your humanity about it. And Skybrows, I think, is like a perfect example of that. Bro just took this, he let it take him to the sky, and then said, "All right, now I'm gonna pull everybody up here with me, and we're gonna rise up together." And it's just crazy watching all of that. Like this is this is a really interesting just thing to watch happen. I said I think it's interesting to say we turn lost into flame because this is more what I felt. Like Louisverse felt lost, like she lost her daughter. She lost Louis, and created this universe in honor of her. For me, I just felt lost. I didn't know what to do, where to go, what was happening, what I should shoot for. I just felt lost. So, the Sky Bros coming in and welcoming me into their community has certainly helped given me a direction, somewhere to go.
From different places, but under the same sky, one sky.
I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing it. She says, we're all from different places, but under the same sky, which I think is a wonderful double entendre because, on the one hand, in her universe, it's super clear that that's what she's building is all the characters are coming from different places. They've gone through their own stories and their own pain and their own things, and they're all here now together in the Red Veil under the same sky. But at the same time, you have all these other people who are just sort of like out here in the waves of the internet, in their little parts of the internet or the world. Many of them, I assume, were like myself, not really sure what we were doing, spinning our wheels, not 100% sure how we felt about AI. Or I know for me, I was starting to think something in the vein of like, I think I have to get on top of this because if I don't, then I'm going to fall behind. This will become the thing of the future and I won't be part of it. And if I don't do that, like, you don't get the opportunity to get in at the ground floor of something and rise with it too many times in your lifetime. So you have to take that option when you have it. And so I wasn't sure what I was going to go with that. I was trying to figure out, even before making my Crybrows video, reaction video, um, I was trying to figure out what do I do with this? Where do I go? How do I learn this? I actually remember my dad sent me a thing that was like, hey, here's like a $10 class to do like 48 hours of learning how to do AI filmmaking and stuff. And I was like looking at that and thinking about different things. And after I posted the Crybrows react, it's not so much that I found the community, but the community found me. I imagine Lady Wasabi must have felt very similar from her own situation. But I say all of that to say, like, I think there's a lot of us that were just in different places. I seen the videos on Horse Wolf's channel, and like, I haven't gotten to watch a lot of them, but what I've seen of like the way he talks about things, he came from a similar place from me, but like in a different position. Um, and you have like a Cosmic Otaku who he's really deep into like philosophy. Ember Paradox was more a traditional idol VTuber type character, or at least I think so. I haven't really been part of her community for super long. Um, Lord Intellectual is out here saying I didn't see the middle ground, so I made it. You know, it's crazy to me how many different people from different walks of life have all been brought together under the same sky, under Skybrow's umbrella. And it's so this is just a really beautiful double entendre to all that. And I guess this is the meme boss?
We come from different stories, but share the same pain. Because we are the warriors under the same sky.
We all come from different stories, but share the same pain because we are the warriors under the same sky. That's a very beautiful lyric. That's a very beautiful lyric. I think I've yapped a lot about just coming from different places. I keep pausing it, so I'm going to try to let it play a little more. But I do think a lot of us felt that same sort of lost in the waves, don't know what we're doing, or even those of us who had a better idea of what we were doing. Like there's a bit of being stuck and not sure how to like break through to the next place.
The same sky.
So is this just I'm trying to get it brighter, yeah. It's just a big skull. Okay, this is the avatar of Lady Wasabi, and I imagine this is her more or less. The idea of this is her singing to us about her background. So what does she say? I fought for years through... I might have to not do this all at once. I might have to just go back a little bit and do this over. I fought for years through doubt and fear. See, I can feel that too, because I doubted myself a lot prior to all this as well. I wonder how long she suffered after her loss, or if this is even before that. You know, I like this line too. Faced every voice that said not here, because I think that's also very reminiscent of a lot of things. Like, if you look at just the way America and the West has been transforming recently, and you're seeing that there was sort of an Ubermensch of ideology that permeated everything. And if you didn't even have to like stand against it. If you're just like, well, okay, I understand this, but maybe this is going a little too far. You know, you would get ostracized and thrown out, and it seemed like the bar just kept moving and moving, and you're sitting here going, but I don't think any of that's reasonable. Why are you so adamant about this? And only very recently within the West have we started to see that that Ubermensch is no longer alone in existing. The voices that have been suppressed for a very long time are now speaking openly again, and the Ubermensch can't control it. And so parts of it are falling apart. And so I feel like that's the way a lot of people felt, is every voice that said not here. So many times you were in a community, or you came to a community, and you started trying to talk to people, and then they label you something and say, get the hell out. You're not welcome in this place. But I heard something stronger inside, a reason I couldn't deny. Something stronger inside, a reason I couldn't deny. Yeah. So this this sounds a lot like that, like feeling of you know you're not being an unreasonable git. You're trying to come to a better place and build a better place. And like everyone telling you, no, you're this, you're that, you're some evil thing for wanting XYZ. Um and just like the as that presses down, like eventually the force of you just knowing that this is not the way to do things keep like starts pushing back up, and until it kind of comes out like this, you don't find the people who feel like you do. I know I was forged in fire. You know, thinking about what I just said as a descriptor, when the weight of the Earth's crust presses down on elements deeper in it, the friction and pressure creates molten rock that then gets molded into something as it moves through and eventually comes back up to the top of the crust. I don't know if that counts as being forged in fire, though. But I do think that this sort of new Ubermensch that's rising right now, I don't even know if I would call it an Ubermensch yet, but this new moderate to right wing movement, I feel like there's a lot of that. Like, so much pressure was put down on. I try not to get super political, but I do think that there's a majority of people in America and in the West who feel like there has been a power pressing down on them, and like at this point, they've been pressed as far as they can be, and it's boiling back out now, and it's molten rock. It melts everything it touches. It doesn't stay where you put it, and that's just going to keep coming. If one small act can change a fate, if one small spot can elevate. I can see where she sees this in Skybrows. Like, Skybrows very much strikes me as a guy where he's like, it's not so much like a drive. I don't know, because I don't know him, but it strikes me as like, it's not so much like a specific drive to go seek out and help people as much as it's like, if I had the power to do it, why not do it anyway? It's not changing my ability to make the things I want to do, to go out here and encourage the people who surround this space. Why not? Um, Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe he really is actively trying to find people and help them. Uh, but it does strike me more in this vein of like, maybe it's a little bit of projecting, because I definitely feel that way about stuff sometimes. Like, why not show kindness? Why not encourage when you have the option to? Like, why would you go? Why would you just be like, nah? It doesn't cost you anything. Why not? I think I identify a lot more with the lyrics in this song, which is why I keep talking about them. He's saying like, no one fights alone tonight. We are all warriors under the same sky again. Like, I definitely feel that warmth in the Sky Bros community, and I'm so grateful that they found me. Is this so? I'm curious now. I think this is Penny Bloomfield, right? This is gonna be our first cameo. Also, I just thought about this, but this is like the brightest non-dystopic piece of Louisverse that we've seen. This ship doesn't have red on it. It has blue. This is a garden. Hold up. I don't think we've seen the only bit that looks like Red Veil is this part here. The bracers she's wearing, the tech bracers. That looks very Red Veil-y. The rest of this is like a Almost looks like an old housing development that's broken down and nature's reclaimed it. But all the colors, like, we have not seen this. Like, we saw a little bit of green on the outcrop in Numb, um, in that first shot where the red sky wasn't really visible. Night Owl VT. I've I've been having a little bit more interaction with him on Twitter recently. He he's been talking to to a couple of tieflings. If you know, you know. I think this one's name is Cosmic Wolf or Cosmic Fox or something like that. That's Feeble Mind, right? That's got to be Feeble Mind. Ember Paradox. And he says, we are the ones who turn lost into flame, born from different places but under the same sky. This has to be Shoe on Head with all the shoes swirling around her. That's got to be Shoe on Head. Gaming Syndicate. Oh, by the way, I love this mecha behind Gaming Syndicate. This is such a... I'm gonna get nerdy on mecha design right now. This is one of those things that I've always thought weirdly about. Because, like, this looks like it was, like, some big armored thing, but pieces of it broke off. And I've always wondered about the aesthetic of that. It almost looks like you're looking at the bones of what was underneath, showing underneath the full creation that it used to be. This is Griffin Knight. This is also probably the most kick-ass outfit I've ever seen Griffin Knight in ever. I don't think... Does he have 4 horns normally? I don't know about that. This ship. This is an airship? Bro. This looks really, really cool. And then we have Keen. There's Lord Intellectual. Lusty Lynx, I think? So I'm not seeing the cat ears, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, so this is Powder. Okay, so this says anti-goon, not goon police. Bupella. I can say that correctly now and not say Bulbasaur or whatever it was. Okay, dunce cap means it has to be Eustace. Eustace the Useful. I don't know this one, but I'm pretty sure it is one. This is a Wild Iraqi. That is such a cool take on his mask. I think normally he doesn't have a mouth on his mask, yeah? It's almost like the tragedy mask mixed with his design. That's so cool. I don't know that last one with the popcorn. This is Leaflet. She's come under some fire recently and gone through her own personal transformation. So, definitely someone we're supporting, I think. I love the different concept and ideas on the staff. Because in both A Million Amelias and Crybrow, she has a staff like this, but it's not like this. She has a staff. It looks different. This is a totally different imagination for the staff that Leaflet would have. And it is fitting into this universe, the Red Veil. I don't know who this is, but it's got to be somebody. I don't know who this is either. I feel bad because I know I could just scroll down and see the list, but I don't want to do that even when I some of these names I know, um, some of these names I should know. So like that girl with the gun and this girl, I'm pretty sure they're also content creators, but I'm not 100% sure. This actually, hold up. I just noticed I'm going to turn the CC off for a second. I just noticed the symbols on the shirt. That's probably a Cosmic Otaku, isn't it? I'll bet it's a Cosmic Otaku. Okay. I've got to try to remember the name. I just followed this one on Twitch the other day. I want to say it's like Ryza. They were doing reacts to I think they were also doing reacts to Louisverse. I think I actually had to click off of the stream because I wanted to not get spoiled too badly for my next react, because he was going to react to Numb. Shiro Shikage, that's his name. Shiro Shikage. Think. Oh, he is Big Dragon Boy in this universe. Or maybe Wyvern Boy? Oh, I didn't do that. Dude, this visual is so sick. What is all this? They're like mecha dragonoids. Ooh, hold on. Why is my... Pause when I ask you to, please. Mango something. Yeah? He was the guy who was eating popcorn in the Crybrows video. Either something mango or mango something. I don't remember. Very interesting look, though. It almost looks like he's looking at, like, the forbidden apple of Eden. Is that Underworld Fox? That's a very different look for Underworld Fox. Who is this? Oh, I've seen this character. I've seen them on Twitter, but I don't know their name. With the different colored eyes. I don't know their name, though. I've only kind of seen them in passing. I like this. Kill him with kindness. I keep seeing this mummy everywhere, and I still don't know their name. I feel so bad about that one. I haven't even seen their videos come up on my feed. How? How has this not come up on my feed yet? Like, almost everyone else has popped up in some capacity, but not the mummy. This is Mavluck. This one looks familiar, but I'm not sure. I really don't know that one. That's... Who has a mega gun, I guess? Okay, that's Kitsune Mizuki. The sad news about her is that she's damaged her throat, and she has to actually stop streaming for a while because she can't speak for a while, and that's really sad. But you know, there's been a pretty amazing outpouring of love for her. She's done some rerun streams and some silent gameplay streams just to kind of keep content coming out, and everyone's been really really nice and really understanding. I've loved watching this develop. Not that she got damage to her throat, but just seeing her community rally around her and support her despite that is really, really beautiful. This tail design, by the way, is so cool. Should I know who this one is? I don't know. I think this is another one that I've maybe seen in passing on Twitter, but not really seen. Oh, what a frame deposit on bros out here giving you the fuck me face. Who is this? They've got this sort of uniform. Is this part of their normal thing? I don't know who this is. Maybe this is Underworld Fox? I don't think so though. He normally has like an armor setup. I don't. I really don't know this one. Oh, this is Lifu Lifu. I've recently run into them. Not like I had not talked to them or anything. Just like I've seen their content starting to crop up on my YouTube feed. I saw their reacts to World of Io and Punky Doodles and Legends of Evantris. They seem very D&D coded. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh. Ryda looks like a damn gang boss. Out here with the cigar. I really, really dislike it when my mouse just doesn't pause when I ask it to. This is Psychro VT. I've only seen some of his stuff very recently, but he's another AI content creator. I think he's done a couple of reacts to Skye and some of the other people in the community, but he mostly makes his own content. Okay, I'm going to make a guess because she said that she made it based off of the Crybrows video. That this is Harambe again, except now we have super tech where it looks more like Gorilla Grodd than Harambe. And this I'm guessing is Cyber Philip Chan. See, now this guy really looks like Underworld Fox. So now I'm wondering if this is Underworld Fox. And this is Celestium? Got the earrings. The green eyes. Petals. I'm gonna guess that's Celestium. And then just walking together. This is an interesting scene. I don't think we've seen. This looks like it's outside of the Red Veil city itself, and it's just a desert in the area. But yeah, I've now yapped for almost an hour about this. This, like I said earlier, it feels so different. And watching the sort of emotions this evokes, and I imagine in some way watching Lady Wasabi herself go through these phases of like the cacophony, the numbness after the loss, and now like finding people who took her hand and said, "This isn't the end. We could keep going. We can make it better. We can make sure someone else doesn't suffer like you suffered before," and lighting that fire back in her for her creative passions. I don't know. These 3 videos taken as a trilogy is like just an incredibly beautiful story of how the world broke someone and then people said, "We're not going to let that happen," and brought her back up. It's very, very beautiful. I don't really know if I have any other words for it at this point. Like it's just it's an insane story, but like a very pretty story, a very human story. Like obviously you have the story of what's going on in the Red Veil, but I think that these music videos, to me at least, they more staunchly show the story of what has happened in Louis versus life since losing Louis. And like just getting to see, basically she put her heart out on display for everyone to see, And I'm so glad that that resulted in people um coming over and like restoking the flame, protecting the heart, like not letting it get hurt worse, instead of like on the internet so often when you put your heart out in front of people they just stab it with 1,000 knives, because cringe, emotions, and stuff like that. And so I like, this is probably the happiest ending you could have asked for in that story, and it's not really the end. Lady Wasabi's going to keep going on. She just made another video recently. I'm going to react to that one soon as well. Um, and I don't know. I guess I'm really glad Skybrows is out here trying to create a more white pilled space. And like, since since being pulled into this, since like joining up with the community, I definitely do feel like it's blunted some of the edges of my own black pilled reality a bit. I see a little more hope than I used to, and I would not mind if that continues. It's a nice feeling. Um, but I think that's about all I have to say about that for today. Until next time, my curious scholars. Bye bye.